One chord, one groove, 3-minute challenge. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to learn that groove that I just played on the intro. It's simply holding an E minor shape, and it's an E fifth, but hold the E minor shape. You're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and come down on that G note. That's all you're going to do. Once you understand how to do that, I want you to set a timer for 3 minutes. I want you to start playing that groove. When you're locked into that groove, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to pay attention to what you're thinking and what you're feeling. I want you to keep playing, and as soon as that timer goes off, I want you to stop playing, and I want you to write down your thoughts and your feelings. See you soon. Bye-bye. Howdy, Jamie Lockhart here. I'm back. How did you go? I'm very, very interested to know what you wrote down. So firstly, when you get time, please send me in the comments exactly what you wrote down on your notepad. I'm thinking I probably already know because I've done this exercise a lot with students in workshops, in retreats. But I'm going to explain to you why I think this is a great exercise to do and how you can find out so much more about yourself and your playing and what goes on for you both mentally and physically when you're engaged in something really simple. And the reason I say really simple and why I use such a simple exercise, and this probably applies more to you pro musos than it does to you beginners. But as professional musicians or as people who have learnt to play the instrument, we seem to really find it difficult to sit and just play something so simple and just enjoy it. And what happens is, and this might have happened for you in that when you were playing, and what you wrote down is, there's this urge and need to do more when we're playing music. Happens to everyone, happens to me. So one of the things I've found as a professional musician and in working with other people and even just jamming with other people is we have this real difficulty just to sit in simplicity. I don't know whether it's probably more of an ego-driven thing in a sense of needing to do more, needing to prove more, needing to showcase more. And what happens is that pulls you out of feel and into mindiness. And this is the other reason why I love this exercise is when you're learning to play, and no matter what real level, because we're always learning, but when you feel this need, I've got to do more, you'll notice how it pulls you out of, even in that exercise, you probably got pulled out of, I've got the groove, and then a thought comes, and it pulls you out of the music. Now, when you play with feel and you sit back, what happens is this. The music will start to navigate the direction in which you're going to go. It literally, the notes form and are played in a sort of like you become a witness in a sense of what's going on. And as soon as mindiness kicks in, or the thought, I want to do that, you tend to lose contact and connection with that music. And a few things happen is it takes away that really nice feeling of this is just laid back and lovely. And then it kicks in the mind, and the mind starts thinking, and then all of a sudden you're not really enjoying your music anymore. So as a practice, when you're doing this exercise, and it's simple, right? Once you've got it, once you understand the process, it's simple. And because it's so simple, what happens is it triggers the mind to start going, well, I need to do more. Surely this can't be it. Now, it's not that you don't add more. You do add more, and at the end of this video, I will do a demonstration of what I mean by adding more whilst you've got that groove. But all too often, we seem to jump out of groove into thinking way too early. And great examples of musicians who are which really stimulate my creativity are jam bands. You know, you take bands that'll sit on a groove for 12 minutes, you know, and especially you've got horn sections, or, you know, you've got just big bands do this. And the Tedeschi Trucks Band, probably, in my opinion, the hottest band on the planet, and have been for years. If you ever, I would recommend go and watch Tedeschi Trucks live. I watch it all the time on YouTube. They've got some fantastic live performances that you can watch. And you watch that band lock into a groove, and you watch the musicians just shine. Like, each one of those musicians in their own right are at the top of their game. And they are a great example for getting back to what I'm saying is, when you sit in a groove and you are completely enveloped in it, like you are a part of that groove, you just watch how natural flow comes into your playing, and how you don't have to think, you don't have to overthink, because there's a fine line between, yes, we're thinking, but we're not thinking on that conscious level. We are feeling. Our thinking becomes feel orientated. And that, again, if you know anything, if you've watched any of my videos prior to this, my playing is all about feel and very little about overthinking or too much thinking. So this exercise, do it. Don't cheat. You got to do your 3 minutes. You can do it on acoustic, you can do it on electric, but I want you just to, really the point of the exercise is to tune in to what you are thinking and feeling while you're doing the exercise. And it will allow you to understand so much more about yourself as a musician, no matter what level you're at. And it will give you an insight into, there's nothing wrong with sitting on a groove or sitting on one chord for as long as you want, and being patient and allowing the music to express itself through you. And once you learn to do that, you are going to take off with your playing and your songwriting, and it's limitless where you can go with feel. So quickly do the exercise, write down your notes. Please send me what you wrote down in the comments, because I want to follow up on this video, on this session, and I might be able to impart a little bit of wisdom for each of you on, yes, well, I can tell you what's going on for you there. I will quickly just say this before I sign off. If you don't know and you haven't checked out my website yet, please do. The link will be in my bio. I say that because I'm offering a free introductory session for anyone who wants to get an idea of what direction they might want to head in, how the best way to get to end results that they might have, or just to get an idea about, hey, do you want to start tuition with me? Because that's what I do. So do the exercise, be really honest, be really open, and I'm really interested to see where we go with this. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.